In this segment, we're going to try out Lily. Yes, technically I've played her before because I unlocked her second ultimate, but I didn't really like her that time. However, I do have a 100% win rate with Lily because that time I was carried by a wonderful team. And this time I'm hoping that the same will happen. It's quite honorable for a support to be carried by their team. 2 supports and 3 tanks, that's an interesting and plausible combination. Lots of heals. Not that I remember what to choose for any of the abilities, but since I'm tanky, it doesn't much matter. Been seeing some good Lily players, and I feel that she and Brightwing have some potential as supports to provide variety to Malfurion for a real support, and then Tassadar for an off support. So I'd be interested in trying those, but this time we're just trying Lily.
Choose a talent.
And everyone gets that one even when they're in talent lock, so that's a good start. A tank and a support to every side. I hope. I wonder who gets to solo lane. Probably Arthas. We'll see, what's their team? Oh yes, they have the classic double stealth. As with Dan Murky. Their team's a little messed up. Then again, so is ours.
5, 4, 3.
Yeah. Weird teams. Still, Zeratul is free this week. Whenever Zeratul's free, Zeratul Nova happens in almost every game. It's just a very popular combination that leads to extremely weak laning. All mid. Well, you heard Jimmy. Yeah. Now her passive is that she gets movement speed on taking damage, so actually just start running away if they ever hit you, and you should be okay. I don't believe we're actually doing a 5-man mid. Yeah, whatever works. I'm surprised that it works, but 5-man mid. Go! Go! We're pushing hard. I'm surprised that the top and bottom aren't falling. Oh, and there's Murky. Okay, looks like people are giving up on that because they realize the thing about experience in soaking lanes. Which honestly is probably a good thing for our team to give up on this, but it was very amusing to just do that classic 5-man push. And when I say classic, I mean back when there was only one lane. If any of you youngsters can remember that. Yes, I am making stuff up, but just such a simple strategy that it feels classic. Well, let's see if we're going to continue just massive double support push in the middle, or whether we remember that there are seeds in this map. Looks like we are going for seeds. I will support Arthas here. And get in the way of Murky. Oh, that Murky. Ooh, good roots there, and we should get Malfurion. And healing for all. May as well get that, and you know, normally I get protective shield, but we are up against Nova. And for some reason, even though they tried to stop it, every Nova gets armor-piercing rounds. And when every Nova gets armor-piercing rounds, it means anything that makes them miss a basic attack is pretty good. Those basic attacks take forever. Mind you, that's not actually up to armor-piercing rounds yet. That's a level 7 talent, but it'll be pretty funny when it is. And now they're all missing their basic attacks because I got sand in their eyes. What a cheeky little girl Lily is. You know, it doesn't actually say sand. But it does prevent basic attacks by blinding in the description, so that's close enough. Now this one appears to be duration based, not hit based, so probably should give it to someone who attacks more than just Muradin. His vocabulary could use some step up. He needs mana. But is a little poetic as well, I suppose. And there we go, just a little bit extra attack damage. I don't know, I'm not too impressed with Cloud Serpent. It's not that bad. It does give her a bit, just a touch of shields, which is nice. Restores mana is nice. But I usually see people get the good stuff instead. So let's go for the good stuff, even though they're at double support, maybe that wasn't really needed. On the plus side, as a good, easy starting hero, you don't have to target Healing Brew. It takes care of it for you. I never have to decide who needs this heal most. The computer will decide, and I have no choice about the matter, so I may as well just consider myself a mindless vehicle for our team's victory. And surprisingly enough, it is working out pretty well for our team. I could blame it on them having Murky. I'm not impressed by Murky. That might be because I play Abathur, and when Murky comes in to try and gank Abathur, Abathur can hold him off on his own. You know, with his frail, limpy little body. One hero where that works. It's a bit sad for poor old Murky. But he does excel at one thing, annoying enemy heroes. Fortunately, we have Muradin on our side to balance that. Muradin's also pretty good for just being annoying. Where? Ah. Exploring this side of the map. I see that Lily is very happy we're not stuck in the same place all the time. Anyway, Jug of 1,000 Cups. Double support, normally I'd be very hesitant to take extra healing on top of the basic abilities. But we've got 3 tanks. This is a... We can take all the healing I've got, basically. Interesting. While cupping, she can't cast any of her other abilities. They really want Lily. It's a shame we don't have any particularly good anti-stealth. Malfurion's not bad, but he's not particularly good. I'm actually surprised she doesn't run out of mana like all the other characters I play, basically. Normally, I'm just spamming abilities, run out of mana all the time. Either Malfurion's been innervating me a ton, which is unlikely, or she just doesn't use up that much mana. I mean, her abilities are pretty cheap. Blinding Wind is the most expensive, and I'm saving that for good opportunities. So yeah, I think actually it's just that she... besieging his own fortress, that's kind of funny. Aw, we tried so hard. I must say, it's very funny watching this double support 3 tank comp versus the all assassins and specialists comp, because the all assassins and specialists is just trying to deal damage, and you know, once maybe when we have to back because we're out of mana, they do that, but during the middle of the battle, until they Void Prism 4 of us, they were having a really tough time picking off anyone. See, 2 total kills, and I'm one of them. I feel so special now. I can't believe I'm out healing Malfurion. Lily, well, maybe Malfurion, yes, Malfurion decided that this is not a heavy heal game, and he's probably right. She's so right. How do we get them to play nice? Well, let's see if we can get back together in time. Cloud Serpent attacks bounce. That kind of sucks. I guess Cloud Serpent attacks bounce. Maybe there's a DPS Lily like there's a DPS Malfurion. Not gonna rule it out. Just saying it's kind of weird. And there's Malfurion out there on his own. It's super healing time. All healing all the time. Let's go. Yeah. Ooh, and those are badly placed Murlocs. And Mars the Murlocs is generally considered to be the better choice. But if you're not sieging them, if you end up getting into team fights all the time, then March the Murlocs is much worse than Octograph. I mean, 3 seconds of stun. I think that's why it's better to prioritize Healing Brew over Cloud Serpent upgrades. The text didn't seem that big a difference, but Healing Brew, tiny cooldown, tiny cost. You can do it whenever someone's healed, their damage all the time. No wonder it had such a tiny heal. Cloud Serpent a little lower. Am I out of mana already? Better start saving up for my cups. Okay, once I have the mana, it's cups time. I should have had the mana earlier, my bad. Drinks for everyone! I wonder if you get a bonus playing with Lily and Chen in the same team. Thematically, I believe Lily is Chen's daughter or something. And they're both from Pandaria and really fond of brew, so they do have that in common, even if they weren't related. But probably no special bonus aside from the occasional extra bit of chatter. And of course, the screams of rage from your enemies when Chen just doesn't die. Even though you might have at one point gotten his shield down. Heals and shields. It's a very potent combination. Oh dear. Maybe going back without telling anyone got some kills for our opponent. One thing I'm not too happy with is that unlike shields, heals can't code. Oh no, don't upgrade the mana cost. Now, remove all disabling effects. Nice. There is no shield in the Cloud Serpent. What was I thinking? However, that bonus to the attack damage is greater than 50% for her. The only problem is that her attack damage seems so low. Well, I guess that is her DPS build. And Murky! How long will he annoy us? No longer. Huh, so we're at 180. So if I'm reading this right, the Cloud Serpent the Cloud Serpent basically turns her auto attack into an AD carry sort of auto attack, but limited time with mana. She has no abilities to synergize with it, which is where you really need to get an AD carry. So maybe if you start buffing Cloud Serpent, she can start doing a lot of auto attack assisted damage. That would be interesting to see. I'll have to check out her talents, especially if she has a attack speed buff. Oh, how does this interact with Tychus? I have got to see that. It's drinks time! My drinks are bigger than the Murlocs. And that kind of makes sense. Look at the size of those drinks! Probably I should save all my time and money for drinks. This is sounding like she's... must be Chen's daughter because she's a little immature. Chen has a much more mature perspective of years of practice means that he can drink at a regular schedule without overtaxing himself. But she has to save all her time and money for drinks. That's young. And then she doesn't seem to grasp the purpose of a battle arena if she thinks they're mean by attacking her. Definitely a bit young, but I suppose that's why she's an explorer. Still much to learn. And until then, she'll just keep healing everyone. Heals, heals, heals. That's lots of heals. I mean, I do feel sorry for the enemy team. This comp just doesn't die. Now, there are a lot of ways you could beat this comp without necessarily killing them, but killing anyone is really, really hard for poor Team Orange here. Yeah, he's probably right. I mean, we're not actually doing that great on siege pushing. Someone, probably Murky, is constantly going back and getting the giants. They're pushing at our gates. We're ahead 2 forts, but oh.
Take its power.
Storm Shield, because you can't have enough. Oh! Oh, that's right, we're on the map with the terrors. We've been just YOLO pushing the whole time. Oh, that is Bot Medan. Oh well. He's right, that is amusing. Ah, well. The Haymaker is much more difficult to use than Avatar. I do find, generally, that they try and work it that way. So the first one's the easy one to use, like Jug of 1,000 Cups. It will prioritize the healing for you. No need for you to try and prioritize it yourself. Because we don't trust you with it. Is anyone going to defend? I wish I could go and defend, but I have the Terror. Kind of sucks when the Terror goes to defend. Oh well. Why, what? This is not the most eloquent of teams. Oh. He doesn't like Meridan's choice of hay. Calibrating. Oh, still calibrating. Well. I'm honestly surprised that we didn't die when we went right into the enemy base and then got chased without team support. There we go. That's more like it. Finally, poor little enemy team has gotten some kills. Actually, a new bracket for Dylon too. And we haven't gotten Zeratul. That's actually pretty impressive. The potato there. Not that we have great finishers, but it means that he's not overdoing it, trying to go in and kill things. If we weren't such a survivable team, I would have gotten Resurgence. It's probably a better pick than Storm Shield, but... well... it's my second death in 18 minutes. Just don't feel like I'm dying that much. Until, of course, we split up. Even for terror, that might have been a bad idea. Not that I know what they were doing. Seemed to be working okay. The minions can push that in. And we did take out the tower, if not the fort from that side with the terror, so that side's a little vulnerable. As long as I get there safely without being intercepted, we're good to go. Ooh. There's Zeratul. Trying to get out. Doesn't want to engage Lily? No, he's using Wormhole to stay near the fight. Well. We had... the fourth is mouth. Let's just go for it. Everyone into the super heal shield. There we go. Once we're all there. Alright, they've gotten their burst to where they can actually take me out. Maybe I should have gotten Resurgence. That is a sizable burst. What Nova do for that? Ambush Snipe, Gathering Power, Anti-Armor Shells. That's the pretty classic Nova, actually. Modern meta, they used to insist on Rewind over Advanced Cloak, which I wasn't particularly fond of. But then they took Rewind away, so everyone's fallen in line with Advanced Cloak. Problem was that you'd have, with Rewind, you would have a huge, ridiculous burst when you have a great burst already with this set of talents. And then you'd run out of mana. There's just no sustainability. It's just huge burst, walk back. Especially since you'd often get overdrive with it. You could just do a ridiculously huge amount of damage and then go back to base. Whereas this is a lot more sustainable damage. There's no active abilities. There's nothing that drains mana particularly aside from like using Rewind or Overdrive. Do they want us to attack there, or is that where the enemies are? Let's find out. Oh, it's actually attack there. Okay. Well. Now I wonder if her attack speed is larger. Yeah, I still need to figure out how Cloud Serpent works with attack speed, because if it's simply the identical attack speed, then it's broken on Tychus and... with that ult. Come on, tanks, you got a body block. How tanky is she? We're at 3.5. Seems like middling hit points there. Nothing particularly spectacular. Probably similar to Malfurion. I wish you could get the stats for other heroes. Mind you, in one game I did have a Nova ask me, as Abathur, how many hit points I had at that level. Just so she could calibrate the damage she'd need to jump over and slaughter their Abathur. So that worked. I don't feel like asking these guys their hit points for comparison right now, though. I see Arthas went the tanky build. No wonder they can't kill him. Alright, we're getting some kills on Zeratul, so kills all around. Is that all the tanks? That was a little iffy. I wonder if he burrow charges. What does that do? Still, the extra movement speed is going to keep us going away here. Unless Malfurion wants to engage. No, just clearing the waves. That's fine. Well, no need for 2 supports to die. There we go. It is for 60% approximately for base damage. Assuming it scales the same way. It can be hard to say.
Did that hero abandon the battle? Welcome back, hero. Now get back to work.
Oh, I wish I had Tassadar so that I could have that Oracle. It's really nice having Oracle against these double stealth teams. You have it up constantly and they just can't hide. Ah, Murky popping that silly little ult. But now it's cup healing time. Yay. Do we want to keep pushing this? Oh, a flower. She's rubbing off on me.
It is time. Do what must be done.
Thank you, Zeratul. If I wasn't laughing, I might have gotten off the shield. That would have saved me. But it was funny. A Murden who didn't take Resurgence. Unusual and amusing. Finally, past 20, they're strong enough to kill us. That's unfortunate. Ah, that's why I've been having trouble. Never-ending Murlocs.
That's enough seeds. Now, let my terror grow.
Oh, I was misreading this, that's why I was feeding. But he's right, a good push for the terror, and we've probably won. The fact that they have a terror ahead of us makes me feel that we should defend. Okay, they want a noob on it.
The terror cannot wait long.
Oh.
Control its power.
They got him.
Rise, my terror.
Backdooring, of course. It's not what you think it means. Yay! Healing brews for everyone. They do seem to like to snipe me. I might actually be the lowest hit points on the team. Okay, and there's the Murky attempt. So how's the backdooring going?
The enemy's terror is but a
Void Prism and Shield held. Ouch. Jimmy may be onto something. Let's hope it's been 120 seconds before... No. Yeah, he might need assist. Never mind. Yep, just... Ouch. So many guys that... Yeah. Team coordination has gone downhill.
That's right.
We left him to die. I feel so embarrassed. Ashamed. His comrade. Okay, apparently he did have his resurgence back up, so we're fine. Never mind. It's really Arthas that was the problem. It is really difficult, so even for a support tank comp, to survive a combined Zeratul and Nova Burst.
Do not let them attack your
But when they miss, it helps. Ah. Zeratul's on the core.
lost.
Yep, and he did just use his wormhole. Ho ho! How entertaining. And he failed to... Oh, Murky failed to get his ult off. End it with a... core? Whoops. I may have overhealed here. Oh well. Did he choose the big beetles? Yes, but he didn't do a full beetle build. Most unusual. Okay, well, as long as we only have to deal with Nova or Zeratul at a time, we seem to be okay. Oh, Nova has to do something. With Zeratul is actually working, you just pop in, pick someone off, and run away.
Have enough seeds. Can you feel
Only with Zeratul.
growing?
I see you survived.
Okay,
How
they're gonna try and backdoor themselves, it looks like. With Murky and his Murloc minions.
Come and take its power.
Oh, he got it off. There are Murlocs. Murlocs clinging to the base. It's not quite as intimidating as it's supposed to be. Who's taking it? Guess I will.
Well done.
'Cause I do the least damage.
Uproot your enemy's forts.
Finally, we are of one mind. Bring this game to its close. They are all up. This won't be as easy as you might think. But this time it's all 5 of us, so they'll at least be able to cover for me long enough. That cute little void prisoning the core. It does help, but it's not quite enough. Alright, Lily does a lot more heals, but much more over time.
Done your part well.
Interesting, main healers do it all over time in some fashion. Yeah. But she kind of just sticks around and helps out. And I think I prefer Brightwing for that. I'll have to try Brightwing one day. One day. Yay, I can use the real talents. Before we stop, let's just check out what the real talents are. And you know, maybe one day I will actually get the level 5 gold reward for Lily. She's not as bad as people make her out to be. So, those extra talents. Deals more damage. Okay, that's not quite it. Bribe. That's pretty popular. But Mass Vortex does also pretty good. Good support. Protective Shield and Envenom. Interesting choices between support. So yeah, they're all good. Call Down Mule is essential. That might be something to pick over the good stuff. Water Dragon, yes, we had that. Elusive Feat, not quite Sprint. Upon taking damage, gain 2 charges of block. It's like block, but weirder and recharges faster. And Shrink Ray is a very classic friend to the support class. 2 for 1, Urwelkun's Magical Essence. Timeless Creature. Stone Skin. Probably, yeah, it depends what they have. This would be if they have disabling, otherwise. Still probably stick with your heals. Twice as many cups for more healing, that's good. Twice as many dragons for more damage. Well, what do you know? It's all there. So the damage build where you focus on Cloud Serpent. Basically, the whole game you have a reasonable auto attack instead of a crappy one. And you trade away good heals for it. I don't think it exists. But at least I remember now why. Because difficulty of easy. So that's Lily.